What up? It's your boy, Sons of Midnight, back in this motherfucker again on January 21st, this time 11:42 a.m. my time. So, what I wanted to show all of you today, kind of like an unboxing. I know this has been around for quite a while, but I just, want to show you out there who were interested in it maybe and wondering why it's cost so much as it, what it costs now, why people are paying pretty much higher prices for this, and is it worth it? What we have here, yes, the Behind the Paint USB book, and I showed this in one of my other videos of some of the rare shit that I have. So let's dive right into this. First of all, this does not come sealed, not by standard definition is sealed. This comes stapled here, here, and here. And you can see there are staple holes. You can kind of see it right there. There are staple holes in this from where it was stapled. So you can tell it's been opened. So the main reason somebody would want to get this is because it differs quite considerably. Well, I don't want to say considerably, but there are notable differences in here. Violent J goes on tangents in here with different stories and shit. So it's definitely worth listening to. And owning it is even fresher because you can refer to it all the time. You can copy it to your computer, whatever you do. So this was, I think it was like $30 on their website originally, but I think I paid a premium of like $70 total or $80 for it. So I would think it'd be brand new now. You could probably find it between that price range. And if it's more than that, I might hold off on it. Now, this book is on archive. Okay, this audiobook. So there is that. You can listen to it still. And here are the updates. It's hard to say what sections are updated because there are just special sound effects and all sorts of shit. Special Danny Kaye tracks in it. I mean, just a lot of different things in it. So it's hard to say what is updated and what's not because it's spread out throughout the whole audiobook. And a perk, Violent J narrates it, which is pretty, cool, I guess. So let's go ahead. This can slide right out just like this. That's how you open it. Pop it right out. Bada boom, bada bing. Got a little book looking USB drive. Pops right out to that. Nothing too crazy, So that's what it looks like. Let's pop it in and I'm going to show you guys what the files are on it. And like I said, I know I did this before, but I want to show you guys the actual, just do a little video of the review just of this by itself because it is a very important piece in the ICP chapter, I would think. And it is in my opinion, especially for those wanting to know more about them. So the USB drive is labeled ICP book, ICP_book. The drive itself is, honestly, it's only about an 8 gig. It's probably an 8 gig drive, 7.52 total. So yeah, it's an 8 gig USB drive, USB 2.0 it looks like. And he uses about almost 2 gigs. Now, are you going to put other shit on here? I would hope not. I would hope you would not use this for other shit, but to each their own. So these are the files on here. And a way you can tell that they are legit is the date modified should all be around this date, 7/13/2016. Probably might be a few different days, but it should all be around that date. I don't see why it would be, August 30th, 2016. I would think to prove it's legit, it would all be around August 13th, give or take a couple of days. Of course, the time's going to be different. That's expected. So there's no chapter 17. That's how it comes. The butterfly is, I believe, the new the expanded chapter. The whole chapter is new. I'm looking at the thing here. Now again, this is on archive. Scans of this are on archive as well. So you can read it on there. I'm not going to read it to you. I highly doubt this would be repressed. Well, I guess repressed is the wrong word. Remanufactured anytime soon, simply because of the fact that they use samples that just aren't. I don't think they got clearance on them, and that's kind of with the Jump Steady, The Road, and Other Stories. That's the issue with that too. So all of these are 192, which is average for an audiobook. You'll find audiobooks sometimes in shittier quality than this, so 192 is pretty good. That is, CD quality. Encoder is FHG, but that really doesn't matter for this at all. But yeah, here's what let's look at the properties here. Yeah, see, it doesn't really matter any of this. Just 192 means it is decent audio. It's not going to sound like shit. There's no ID tags on this, and I'm not going to make any changes to it. If you do have an option, a program like me, I use DB Power Amp, to make changes and to add that, it will change your modified date, and that will make it unoriginal. I highly, highly recommend you highlight and copy these to your PC and then make changes on the ones you copied locally, not on the USB drive if you want to keep it all legit and original. Plus, I wouldn't want to risk damaging any MP3 file, any of these files on here anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and take this drive out. And then this just slides right back in. Boom. There we go. So this, in my opinion, it gets a 5 out of 5 for me. 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, whatever rating you want to fucking give it. 3 out of 3. It's awesome. It's a long listen, but it's definitely worth the listen. Another reason they probably won't ever remanufacture it is Young Wicked produced it, and I know the beef with them, so I don't see why they'd want to reproduce something, remanufacture something where Violent J shouts him out in it. And again, if they're being petty, I mean, I wouldn't do that. If I wanted to be petty, I wouldn't do that. Or they'd have to do some editing and edit that part out, which can be done. It wouldn't be that hard. But whatever the case is, it's not available anymore. If you slept on it and missed it, I'm sorry, you're going to face a premium on this. It's highly worth getting, though, and I highly recommend it. But for now, that's it from me. And yeah, like I said, it's on archive. I could put the link in the comments section here for you, and check it out. It's definitely entertaining. The only downside is, unlike the book, there's no pictures. Unlike the physical printed book, there's no pictures. So that's the only downside. But check it out. I highly recommend to listen to it. It's well worth the listen and shit. Just to hear Jay go on his tangents and his stories that are not printed in the book. But for now, I will be back soon. Deuces.